stopping for a quick lunch. Got some tortilla soup and juice of some sort.
Good morning, it's bright and early and we are at the Teotihuacan pyramids. I'm really excited. I have a lot of trouble pronouncing these Aztec words. We're gonna go climb the Pyramid of the Sun, which is the largest pyramid here, and you can climb to the top. So we're using our fresh energy to do that first.
We thought we were going to climb the Pyramid of the Sun. We saw one person up there, but we're not sure what that meant because the kind of stairway up is now blocked. So we're doing a lap around just to make sure we're not missing anything.
Again, plan for extra time and for mixed information from what you find online to reality, and just be flexible when you come. To the Pyramid of the Moon. This is the second largest pyramid, not just on this site, but in Mesoamerica, and it's thought to be dedicated to the goddess of the Teotihuacan. Now I've already forgotten how to say it, but who was in charge of like water and fertility and creation.
How's it going?
I'm enjoying the shade, as I'm sure the Aztec people pre-air conditioning also had to do, but actually it makes a good deal of difference, and the stone's cool. It's like a recliner, a stone recliner.
The Aztec lazy boy?
Yeah. This area is kind of the center of the complex, and they thought that this was the marketplace. The whole structure is outlined to what they were envisioning as the cosmos. So this east-west, north-south, and then where all the pyramids align were really strategically placed. So again, this was meant to be of significant importance and more administrative importance as the exact center. I'm tired but satisfied. We did get to climb at least one.
Now back to the city for lunch. It's going to be a late lunch. So I got a quesadilla with nopales. This is a cactus, kind of a cactus paddle. In this case, it's been sliced up. I'm very excited about it.
So this place is famous for the al pastor, which is pork, and there's some onion in there. It's really good. You can tell it's like very marinated.
So that restaurant has been around for over 60 years and was recommended to us in The Lonely Planet, and that's why we went there. It was delicious. So we just left you leaving lunch, and now we're headed to dinner, because after this morning of being out in the sun, we needed a little bit of a rest, so we went back to the hotel, did some work on our computers, and rested up. We're headed to dinner. Should be pretty good, but the special part about tonight is actually going to be the dessert. So we're having dinner at another place from Lonely Planet. It's called Mata Commodore Cantina.
Yes.
Some chips and salsa to start us.
Gracias. Gracias. Oh my god, that looks so good.
You want some of this in there?
Yeah.
That looks to be jalapeno.
Don't do the jalapeno. Cilantro, onion, and always lime.
Is that shrimp? I think that's octopus. I said calamari, but that looks like octopus.
It does.
And that
This
onion
is
and cilantro
so good. Like
made all the difference.
Oh yeah, it always does.
I mean, it was good before. Just leveled up.
Lonely Planet came through.
Alright, we're gonna eat. See you in a minute. The table's empty because we ate it all.
Yes. We're at El Moro. It is a famous churro place. There are multiple. And today I guess it's Monday and there's a deal for 2 free churros if you order, you know, a hot chocolate. Typically it's like a thicker dipping sauce. So we're thinking we'll probably order 2 of them. There's a Spanish one and a Mexican one. I think the Spanish one's a little sweeter. So I'm super excited. We haven't had churros yet. So, like 2 types of sugar.
Yeah, it looks like one's cinnamon sugar and one's regular sugar.
Let's see if it is thicker if you're supposed to drink it. Oh, it's so good. This is like perfectly cooked. It's not too doughy, not too crisp. And this is sweet. It tastes like the hot chocolate at home, a little thicker. I'm guessing that this one is the Spanish one.
Alright, I'm gonna try what we think is the Mexican one. It's subtle. I bet that's very rich. This one's subtle, but it's like kind of perfect.
It's like spicy. Is it spicy? I want to like drink it. After our taste test, we've decided one's for dipping, the Spanish one, and one's for sipping, the Mexican one. It's a little bit thinner. But this place has been around since 1935, so I think they've perfected all the recipes. One to go, one to go.
Well, that was a wonderful way to end our evening. A little sweet treat. And now we're gonna go rest and get ready for tomorrow.
Sí. We just got to the Anthropology Museum. It's rated one of the best museums in Mexico City and also in the entire world. It's at the edge of this huge park. So we're gonna walk around the museum and then we're going to walk around the park.
Wandered out of the museum, just had so many different spaces, but the history of this country and all the different people groups that were here provides for a rich history, a lot of diversity and very cool stories. But now we're walking through the park that the museum sits in. We are just scratching the surface of this park and it is so peaceful, but there's like acres upon acres that way that we're not even going to get to walk through, because we got to get to our next thing, exploring Condesa.
It's clear this chicken has been marinating for a long time. It's so juicy. And then there's all these like vegetables on top. It's delicious.
Amanda's wanted a juice for pretty much the entire trip, and so we found a little spot here in Condesa to get both the juice for her as well as another latte for me.
It smells fresh, it looks fresh. They have fresh fruit behind the counter. It is so good, so fruity.
And if that's not a beautiful latte, I don't know what is. Nice size too. This is kind of huge. Exactly what I need in this kind of afternoon pick-me-up.
So we're walking this 1.2-mile loop. It's a green belt all on Amsterdam Avenue. It's in the middle of the road, and it's just beautifully shaded and a gorgeous path.
Kind of started after the tacos. We started in Parque de Mexico, and then we went, as we've said, we were walking the avenue, Amsterdam Avenue. And then we made our way over to Parque España, which is a little bit of a smaller park, but still in the Condesa neighborhood. And all three of them just provide such a nice balance of, like, you know you're still in the city, but there's also beautiful nature. And in this one, there's a little like audio experience happening back behind me. Not sure if you can hear that, but nice little music, and just gives all sorts of nice energy to the space that's nice and relaxing, and a little bit of a respite from the chaos of Mexico City, as horns honk over there. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's our last day here in Mexico City. We have two things on the agenda before we head to the airport.
First, we're going to be going to the Secretary of Education, and it has a ton of Diego Rivera murals. The largest mural is actually in the National Palace, but when we got here, we found out that you can only get tickets like in person, and they're selling more than a week out. So unfortunately, we aren't able to see the largest mural, but this place has, I read, over 100 of his murals. This tour of the Secretary of Education has been amazing. So, like, I didn't understand when it was talking about 150 murals. They all tell a story, and when you come in, it's completely free. You just have to show your ID. And then you can ask for a guide, and it can be in English or Spanish. So it was just us and a guide, and we went through for over an hour just on the bottom floor. I'm like out of breath from the stairs. Hold on.
Deep breath, deep breath.
We actually don't have time for the upstairs floors for an official tour, but we're gonna walk around. But this makes me feel a lot better because I actually was super disappointed that we didn't get to see that huge mural, and that's still sad, but this is so amazing. We're closing out our time here in Mexico City at Pujol. This is a Michelin star rated restaurant, and it's also a tasting menu. It's one of the best rated restaurants in Mexico City, but also in the world. That was a delicious 9-course meal. So it's 3 Michelin stars. I don't want to discredit it at all, and they deserve every single star. It was amazing, and I give 3 Michelin stars to the whole of Mexico City too. So be sure to hit subscribe to find out where we go next.